Did you enjoy the previous video about the Cookie Nuns in Spain? Are you ready for part 2? Go pour yourself a glass of milk, grab a cookie. Here we go. Welcome back to part 2 of the Cookie Nuns. This is such a fun topic. It's definitely worthy of 2 videos. In part 1, I ended the video with the question, name that tune. The responses were wonderful, with several of them correct. Your signed books will be in the mail just as soon as they're hot off the press. Thank you all for participating. The name of the music was Requiem for a Soldier from the TV miniseries Band of Brothers. It really is a lovely piece of music and was fun to arrange and perform. Now then, back to the Cookie Nuns. As many of you know, I do have professional experience and training in the culinary arts, both the savory side as well as patisserie. The sweet side, or patisserie, is truly my favorite. I thought it would be fun to go into my kitchen and bake some of my favorite cookies from the nuns, the almond floured ones that are baked on the small round rice paper discs. So grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, depending upon the time of day, and let's go bake some cookies. Greetings and welcome to my kitchen. Let's start things off right with opening up a good bottle of wine. This one is La Enfermera, or The Nurse. It's a Tempranillo from 2021. So let's open it up and see what it's like. Let's try it. Oh my, this is nice. Will do. Okay, let's do some cookies. This cookie recipe is really easy. It only has 3 ingredients: almond flour, sugar, 2 eggs, only the whites. Save the yolks for another recipe. Oh, 4 ingredients. We gotta have a little rice wafers. I prefer to weigh out my ingredients rather than measuring because baking is so much more precise than just cooking. So get out your scale, get your mixing bowl to start weighing out stuff, turn it on, and let's tear the bowl and get the units up to grams. And we're going to weigh out 200 grams of almond flour. Next, we're going to measure out our sugar. So get the next bowl on and tear the weight. And here we go. We're going to put 80 grams of sugar into this one. So now I pour the egg whites into my mixing bowl. Get ready for some noise. A good time for some more wine. The egg whites are done, so now let's put together the almond flour and the sugar. And yes, of course my spatulas are blue. We'll blend this all together and then we'll gently fold in the egg whites. I'm going to very gently fold in the egg whites into this almond flour and sugar mixture. Very gently so that you don't destroy the fluffiness of the egg whites. This is what the dough should look like when it's blended. Then what I'm going to do is Put this in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes so it can set up a little bit. I'm gonna go turn my oven on to 350 to get it preheating and drink a little more wine. Back in a minute. While the cookie dough is chilling, I'm gonna blend a little cheese with these egg yolks and cook them up for my little dog and cat. Yeah, I know, they're spoiled. So let me explain now about these little rice wafer things. I was trying to explain it to my friend Janine, who's Catholic, and she says, "Oh, you're talking about communion wafers." And I go, I don't know, I guess so. So I went on Amazon.com and I found them. So I bought some. And you know, it makes sense. I mean, the nuns are the ones that make these in the convents, and so they'd have them handy so they could put their cookies on them. They're great. So anyway, what I have is my cookie sheet lined with parchment paper, and then I'm going to take my little rice wafers and put them out on my parchment paper, and then the cookie dough is going to go on top of those. Pretty clever, huh? No. The cookie dough is out of the refrigerator, and it's all set up. And I have put some powdered sugar on a little dish. So what we're going to do is spoon out about a teaspoonful of the cookie dough, roll it up in a little ball, and put it into the confection sugar, just like that. Roll it a little bit more, and then place it on one of these wafers. Just like that. This is where you can get your grandkids involved. They'll love getting their hands all messy as they roll the cookies around in the powdered sugar. So this amount has made 9 cookies. So of course you can double it, triple it. I'm sure the nuns do like a gajillion of them, so I don't know how big their recipe is, but heck of a lot larger than this one. Now here's where we're going to get creative. I'm sure that the cookie nuns just kind of press down on the top of the cookies, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my meat mallet to squash them down. So watch this. I'm just going to take this meat mallet and put it on top of the cookie and squish it down. Oh, look at that lovely design it left. How about that? Okay, let's do another one. Oh, I like that. Yeah, okay, so do it to all of them. It's now time for a little more wine and to clean up the mess and to clean up the grandkids. Back in a minute. These smell so good. I think they're done. You ready to see what they look like? Ah. Yum. And here they are. Are you ready for a sample? Let's give it a try. Ooh, 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 it's hot. Oh, it looks good. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. These are good. You gotta try this one. In my Epicurean search for these delicious cookies made by the nuns, I've found a couple of sources that I return to whenever I'm in town. They are Monasterio de Corpus Christi in Madrid and Iglesia de San Peleo in Santiago. Here's how to find the secret place in Madrid. I'm posting up here the address for the Monasterio de Corpus Christi. So, if you're standing in the center of Plaza Mayor, it's only about a 3 or 4 minute walk. Exit the square using the northwest arched walkway. Walk past the tuk-tuk tour guys and go down the stairs. Make a left turn and an immediate right on Plaza de San Miguel Street and walk past the Mercado de San Miguel. The street makes a sharp 90-degree bend to the left at Iglesia de San Peleo, followed by a second one. Take the first one. At the second one, continue straight on the sidewalk. At the Plaza del Conde de Miranda, turn right and continue through to the Iglesia del Corpus Christi. At the south end of the building, you will see a door for the Cookie Nuns. There's a very small sign. It's not easy to see, but trust me, it's there. Go into the courtyard, and there it is, the door to enter the interior where you can purchase the cookies. The one in Santiago is a lot easier to find. Here's the specific address for it. I'm going to give you directions from the Greenhouse Restaurant, which is located at number 6 Rue de Conda. This is just around the corner and up a block from the cathedral in Santiago. My dear friend Shanta, the owner and super talented chef of the vegan restaurant, is just around the corner from the monastery. The walk takes about 2 minutes from her restaurant, so it's a really good starting point. Head out her front door and turn right. Less than 30 meters, the road splits. Take the path to the left. Another 30 or so meters, the road splits again, and you take the path to the left. The monastery will be on your left. Take the far door, which is on the left, and enter the cookie turntable area. This one's pretty well marked, so you shouldn't have any problem finding it. Time for some music. This one needs a little bit of background explanation. The Catholic liturgical prayer, Ave Maria, has been put to music by numerous composers over the centuries. Perhaps the most popular version is the composition by the Austrian composer Franz Schubert in 1825. Mark and I recorded this version on the video Not to Be Missed Cathedrals on the Camino Frances. If you haven't seen that one, watch it after this one. The second most popular version of the Ave Maria is the one written in 1853 by Charles Gounod, who based the arrangement on a Bach keyboard prelude. This version is referred to as Bach Gounod. It's this version, the Bach Gounod version, that I've arranged for 4 French horns. It's a fitting piece of music for the Cookie Nun video. Please enjoy.